Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And Creature.
and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss two episodes of Drag Race Down Under. So we had the Snatch game, and we had a design challenge.
Yes.
What did we think of these two episodes?
I didn't like the Snatch game.
The ones who did good at Snatch Game were good, but those who weren't good at Snatch Game were not good. And honestly, if we wanted to be honest, we could have had more than three people up there lip syncing. But I do agree it was the right three, but you could have easily added like two more in there. Easily. But overall, I thought both episodes were really good. I'm really enjoying this season so far.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle's doing a good job as the hostess. I wish it was her making the calls and not the judges.
A panel.
I want Michelle to be like, I made my decision.
Mm.
Like if Nikki Doll can make her decision, I want you to make kind of like with Brooklyn. I want Brooklyn to be like, I made my decision.
Mm-hmm. But ultimately, the decision is mine.
Yes, I want to hear that. I love it when RuPaul lists off everybody, because you know when RuPaul does say it's like I've consulted with the judges, but the final decision is mine to make. But I love when RuPaul goes off script, be like, I've consulted with the judges, my lawyers, three people on the street. But the final decision is mine to make. The producers, because we know RuPaul talks to the producers, but the final decision is mine to make.
Yes. I know this storyline is incomplete, but oh well, they did poorly, so the decision is mine to make.
Yeah, because from watching Tyra's interviews that she did here recently,
Mm.
apparently production did not want to crown Tyra for season two.
Ooh.
But RuPaul was like, no, we're crowning Tyra. And I'm like, oh, well, look here, Miss RuPaul. But anyway, let's get into this
Mm.
Gigiana, honey. All right, so we're at the episode after Olivia has departed. They come in, read the message, wipe it away. They sit down and they congratulate Lazy Susan on getting her second win. It's the
Mm-hmm.
next day in the workroom. They're coming in, they're chit chatting. I love this group of queens, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
This group of queens, for the most part, is a really good group. There's a few I'm kind of like, eh. But for the overall, I really. And Mandy Moobs, I want her to win. I'm saying it now. Team Mandy. Team Mandy Moobs. I'm saying it right here and right now. If she don't win this season, it's rigged. Rigamorous. Because if I was judging, she would already had two wins. And it's the fourth episode.
Mm.
Rigamorous. Anyway. Um, the alarm goes off. I wish Michelle recorded some little room mails to go there, or at least show RuPaul like they do with some countries.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, Michelle enters the workroom, and it's now time to play I'm a Celebrity Impersonator. Snatch me out of here.
Snatch me out of here.
Now, I want to give them props for trying something different.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really work,
It really didn't.
but I give them props. I give them props. So,
Like, I understood the premise because I know what show they were trying to copy,
yeah.
but no, it didn't work.
So for this, we have Reese Nicholson and the winner of season one of Down Under, Kidamay.
Wait a minute.
One of my favorite queens. I didn't get a chance to meet her to get her this year at DragCon, but I got her last year.
Mm-hmm.
Kidamay was one of my favorites that I met last year. Like so much fun, so much fun. Like I'm going to make sure I go see her if she's at next year's DragCon, which I'm shocked they haven't announced that already. This time last year, they already had it announced.
Look, because by this time last year, I had already got my ticket paid
That
for.
part, like my ticket was already paid for. I was already looking at rooms. Come on, I know next year is gonna look rough for those who aren't straight and white, but come on, we can't let them scare us from doing what we do. Let's do it. All right, so it is now time for I'm a Celebrity Impersonator. Snatch me out of here. Snatch me out of here. So they broke it down in 2 sets, which I thought that was a little weird as well.
Yeah.
But hey, up first we had Lazy Susan as Lindsay Lohan. I didn't get it. Like, I get it, you were trying to be Katie from Mean Girls, but it didn't even give that.
No.
I will say there were some chuckles. I did chuckle a few times, so I think that's what saved her from being in the bottom. But I really expected Lazy Susan to come in and possibly get a third win, because she gave the appearance that she would do really good at Snatch Game.
No.
And yeah, it's a no.
No.
Up next, we had Vibe as Julia Childs.
That was good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And
now,
if my memory serves correct...
Sorry.
Oh, no,
these segments went really fast for me.
I think it's because they had to do 2, all within an hour. So it's just kind of like, hey, you should have just did them all together.
Right, because I feel like... And it was mostly just because I was cleaning my fish tank out while I was watching these. And so it was mostly me listening than watching. And so it was kind of like, here's an answer, here's an answer, here's an answer, here's an answer, here's an answer. Okay, here's the next group.
It was really quick. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? But I and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Vibe is Drag Sisters with Coco Jumbo from season 1. And that's why her face always looks so familiar to me. She paints the same way that Coco does. Because when she first walked into the workroom, I'm like, that face looks familiar. Coco Jumbo. But yeah, you did great, honey. Up next, Connor Ford as Eddie Murphy. Or in this case, Adisha Knowles Carter Murphy III. Respucia. And there was moments where it could have really been good.
The thing is...
It could have been great. It's just she didn't have the timing down. And her jokes didn't make sense for what the questions were.
And then on top of that, she just stuck to the Raspucias. And I'm like, you could have got the what is the movie? The Nutty Professor in there. And be like, Hercules.
You could have threw a Hercules in there.
Because those would have made sense.
But yeah, I've always wanted someone to do like a Respucia-esque character. Well, Eddie Murphy, because, they have to do it that way. But yeah, it's just, I don't think she had the comedy background to know how to make those jokes funny, when to make them jokes funny. Because
I think that they just say the how you doing.
Yeah.
Just as a greeting, as opposed to what it should have been.
And this would have been a perfect time because Reese is really skinny. And Norbit was really skinny. You could have pointed to Michelle and say like, oh, I see you brought Miss Skinny Bitch here. Like, there was so much you could have done that makes me want to be like, you know what, maybe I need to do Eddie Murphy as Snatch Game. And do Respucia and how you do. Show you how it was really done, okay? Because, baby, the amount of times I have watched Norbit growing up.
See, you're Norbit, I'm Nutty Professor.
Oh, it was both. Because I'm nutty for
Norbit.
You. But see, it was the second one that we watched. We didn't really watch the first one. We watched the one with Janet.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe my dreams come true. I finally found somebody whose heart is true. When I tell you that is my favorite Janet song, and it's because we grew up.
Choreography to that
song. I probably could dust it off if I needed it.
If I needed to.
Because I was even sliding because the thing would slide with it, so I'm sliding the directions I need to go. Baby, don't play with me. But anyway, we ain't got that much time. Let me get back to... Up next is Max Drag Queen as Reese Witherspoon. No. You really should have just played Mrs. Claus.
And
Like,
they could have played on each other.
it would have been so funny. You're the new wife. Freya's the ex-wife. Like, y'all really could have done something cool there. Because let's move on to Freya. I thought Freya did a decent job as Mrs. Claus. There was a few laughs. She didn't bomb like the others. She was just consistent. And that was it for the first one. So we go to the second Snatch game. And Brenda played Gina Riley. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I didn't know either, but I was cackling. She kind of looked like Paula Deen there for a second.
I thought she was Paula Deen too.
Babe, because if she would have started talking about some butter, I'd have been like, oh, Paula Deen.
But she did talk about, somebody talked about somebody.
And then we had our good sis, Nikita Amon. Whew. She did Mother Nature. It's a chop. You know, she's from the ballroom scene, so it's a chop.
Yeah.
No. Up next, we have Jane Turner, who was Mandy Moo's character. And see, they did a really good job playing off each other because their characters were from the same television show.
Right.
So it was, they played off with each other. There was content there. I don't know the material, but I was laughing. Honestly, I thought Mandy should have won the Snatch game. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, I thought it was good. And then Luciana's Tabitha Coffee. I think what saved her was her opening joke. I chuckled when she said, if I dipped in the lady pond or something like that. I chuckled quite hard at that, so I think that's what saved her from being in the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Because I remember Tabitha Coffee. That's how I learned to cut my own hair, was watching her and Jonathan.
Mm-hmm. So, we have our beautiful hostess with the mostest, Michelle Visage. What did you think of Michelle and your score?
Ooh, this is a B.
I give this an A minus. I really like this. Baby, it looks like we finna go out and have a good time, honey.
Gonna have a funky good time.
Baby, I don't know why when she came out my brain went, shake your groove thing, yeah, yeah.
Because it's giving very 70s vibe.
Show 'em how you do it now. Baby, don't play with us. So this week we're joined by season 1 winner, Kidamane, Reese Nicholson, and our extra special guest judge, Lady Hawk. We'll talk about the lip sync song here in a minute. So quickly we're going to go over these because we're already a little bit behind. The Queen of Dessert is the category. I hate that I can't ask you because I'll be like, ooh, what dessert would you be? But
Sweet potato pie.
that was quick. That was quick. A sweet potato pie? Okay. Cool. So up first we have Vibe.
I thought she was a pavlova.
I thought she was whipped cream. Let me see. Did I put in my notes what they were? Hold on. Let me see. No, I did not.
I know she wasn't pavlova, but I thought she was a pavlova.
But yeah, this is a C for me.
Yeah.
Cause I like it, I do, but I don't. Up next is
too much going on.
Up next is Max, drag queen. What did you think of Max?
Who I also thought could have been a pavlova.
Who could have also been whipped cream. This
gets a D for me because it's not a lot of outfit.
This reminds. Did you ever see Not Another Teen Movie?
Yes.
So when Chris Evans came out of that bedroom with that whipped cream, the banana split thing, it gives that.
It gives very.
It gives very that.
Very that.
Very that. So because it played on my nostalgia there, I'm like, okay, I'll give it a B minus. Up next is Freya Omarni A. This is
Hey.
gorgeous.
Yes, that is
Gorgeous.
I think that saved her from the bottom.
Because she wasn't bad, and I think it's also the fact that she wasn't as bad as some of the others. Up next is Lazy Susan. What did you think of the Susan that is lazy?
Yeah. It was alright. She gave a lazy Susan with a bunch of food on it.
What's your score?
I'm hold on, cause for some weird reason. There we go. Pull up. Pull up to my bumper, baby. There we go. I feel like it was a cop out, honestly. I give it a B minus.
It's a no for me. It is a no for me. Up next is Carnivore. I thought this was cute. B minus.
C plus.
Up next is Nikita Amon. What did you think of Nikita?
I give Nikita. She also looked like a Pavlova. But like I see like the hair is supposed to be like the ice cream cone. So it's like a spilled ice cream cone. So I give that. I got a B minus.
I give this a D. I didn't care for this.
Okay.
Up next is Brenda Breast. I knew immediately who she was.
I did not.
I did. I'm turning back into a bubblegum person because I was, I had all my teeth issues, but now they're fixed, so I can go back to being a gum person again, and I'm loving it. Also, this is everything. This gets an A for me.
I mean, if I knew who it was, I'd be like, oh, okay. It still gets an A just because it's innovative and it's completely different than everybody else's.
Up next is Mandy Moo serving licorice. What did you think?
Serving hundreds and thousands. You know what? I give this an A too because I kind of knew what this was too.
When she first came out, I'm like, is this supposed to be a play on licorice? And then she said, I'm like, okay, it's a bit of a reach. But I'll allow this reach. It gets an A for me as well. Up next is Lucina Innocence. I love this. This gets an A minus for me.
I agree with your A minus.
And she said with those heels, she's over 7 feet. My type. My type. Because if I were to be in those heels, I'd probably be almost 8 feet.
Because you're already almost 7 feet.
I'm already almost 7 foot.
You're my daddy.
Out of all these amazing queens, who had your favorite look this week?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say Freya.
I was zooming in on her as you were saying it because it's Freya. It's Freya.
Freya.
So we find out in the top this week, we have Vibe, we have Brenda, and we have Mandy. And in the bottom, we have Max, Karna, and Nikita. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I do too. I really wanted to put Lazy Susan in the bottom, but because she did have a few jokes that made me laugh, I'm like, okay, I guess you could be safe. But next comedy challenge, you better bring it. You better bring it. So we find out that the winner is Brenda Breast. I think she did a great job. I personally would have chose Mandy. But Brenda was just as good. Honestly, could have went to both of them for all I cared. But yeah, Brenda, I'm not mad at this. What did you think of the winner?
I'm not mad at it either.
And we find out that we're gonna have a bottom 3 this week between Max, Nikita, and Carnivore. Do you agree with all 3 of them lip syncing?
Yeah.
I do too. Honestly, we could have thrown Lazy Susan in there too, but I'm like, no, we'll keep the 6. You know, we normally do 3 tops, 3 bottoms. Because you know me, I love, I talk about it all the time. Make all 4 of them lip sync. Make all 4 of them lip sync. Make all 6 of them lip sync.
Make them all lip sync.
But in this case, I'm okay with the 3 because look at the size of the stage. We got to remember that too. Mm-hmm. I was hoping, with this season they could, expand. Hopefully next season, if they get, well, I imagine they would. But the only thing that kind of makes me worried about Down Under is this is the 4th season of Down Under. Mm-hmm. And there's still no All-Stars versus the World announcement. When we have other franchises like España, after their 3rd season, they got an All-Stars. France, after their 3rd season, they just announced they're doing an All-Stars. And rumor has it, Philippines is knocking at the door of doing their own All-Stars too. So, all these other franchises made it to 3 and got an All-Stars. Listen, if they do a Down Under, make it a Down Under versus the World. And bring in big names. Get eyes on this franchise. Mm-hmm. Get big names. Hell, see if Jujubee will come back. Give us Jujubee. Give us Trinity K. Bonet. Give us big names that give us Kennedy Davenport if she wants to take another twirl. Hell, get Silky down here. Get Miss Cracker. It's been a while. Get Miss Cracker back.
Ooh, I haven't seen Miss Cracker in a minute.
I see her from time to time. She'll pop up on my timeline, but like nothing like before. Hell, let me see any big hitters from UK that I feel like would do Down Under because. Hell, see if you can get Ella Day to do Down Under. Because if you can get her to come down here, but there's money down here, so she might just do it. Because, now there's money in the UK. But for the longest, there wasn't.
Right. See
if you can get like a Scarlett Bobo. See if you can get like my baby Kimmy Couture. We need some big names down here. I feel like All Stars could work, but you got to make it versus the World. But anyway, the 3 lip sync to one of my new favorite songs, My Delirium by Lady Hawk. Baby, halfway through the song, I'm like, hold on, let me get on Spotify. Hold on. Go ahead and add this to the playlist, honey.
Let me
My Delirium. Hey, oh, baby. And it's an old-ass song, too. From, I think 2008, I think. I'm like, yeah, it gives very much that. But what did we think of this 3-way?
This was interesting. We had some flips, some dips, and...
Here's my thing. Max, to me, I felt like her stunts fit the song. But for some reason, when Karna was doing them, it just seemed... They were impressive, yes. I just think they were out of place. I don't think she hit them at the right times like Max was. And then Nikita, baby, serving face. Like, she kept my attention. If Max wasn't doing a stunt, my eyes went back to Nikita. Mm-hmm. And speaking of stunt, here's this cartwheel into a split. Max, how did you know you could do that? That was as soon as I saw her do it, I'm like, how did she know she could do that? Like, that must have been, like, an accident one day, and she was like, oh, I can do this? Bet.
Hey.
Let me see if I can do it on purpose. Oh, I can do it on purpose, too?
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's over. Mm-hmm. It's over. But, yeah, at the end of the lip sync, the judges made their decision, and Max Drag Queen and Nikita Iman got to stay in the competition. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I agree as well. I enjoyed Karna, but you could tell, kind of like with Lucina and kind of like with Olivia, the nerves. The nerves. I feel like if I ever get to see her perform in her own element, she's going to shut the house down. She's going to shut it down. And I'm going to be there with the money tipping. Woohoo! But yes, they dance the night away like they didn't just crush that girl's dreams, and then they go back to the workroom. They read her message. They congratulate our two winners of the lip sync. They sit down and congratulate Brenda for winning the Maxi Challenge. We come into the next day in the workroom, and baby, I don't know why they keep picking on Lucina. I'm like, girl, let her breathe. We get it. She's quiet.
That's why, because she's quiet and they think that all drag queens need to be big and loud.
Because, like, if I were to step into the world of drag, I don't think I would be big and loud. Like, you know me, I'm very introverted. I'm only extroverted due to the career paths that I have chosen in my life. This.
I should be.
This, and then at work, you know, my title is teacher. Like,
Right.
I am teaching, whether it's the guys, other staff. Like, I am in a position where an extrovert would shine.
Right.
But somehow I'm here. And when we took our personality test, I tied with two different personalities. I can't remember what they are now. And I remember our assistant unit director, she was like, you're the more introverted one. You've just learned to be extroverted through the jobs that you've had. And you do well at it. But and I'm like, that is true because, honey, I can close that door and not speak to nobody for 2 weeks. And be the I could turn this off. There are days when I turn this off. I don't want to talk to y'all. Leave me alone. But anyway, we're already cutting it short, so let's keep going. All right, so Michelle comes in looking stunning. And it is time for a design challenge. So the pit crew, all 8 of them, come out. And the girls just act like they haven't seen a man in 12 years. Y'all, it is week 4. Come on now. At this point, y'all are probably a week in. Maybe a week and a half. Quit it. Oh, stand up. Stand up. That'll be me. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. But anyway. So for this design challenge, what they had to do was before they came in, they answered a group of questions. And when Michelle draw that name out the hat, she's going to ask that queen that question. And they have to answer the correct answer, but what the group said. That came out weird.
They did a survey.
They did a survey.
They asked all the queens certain things about other queens.
Yes.
And then they had to answer the question and guess which queen was the queen everybody picked.
Yes, thank you.
The majority of people picked that queen, then they got to win the box of fabric.
And you can end up winning multiple boxes, and then get to decide who the others get. So that's what ended up happening. I have. Let me see. Do I have all? I do have all the things here. Okay. So we'll go over which case each queen got on the runway. But yeah. So they get ready, they design. Michelle comes in with our reigning queen, Isis Avis Loren. I forgot how tall Isis was.
She is super tall.
But yeah, now let's hit to the main stage where we have our hostess with the mostest, Michelle Visage. What did you think of Michelle and your score?
This gets an A.
I
like this.
This is really good. Real good. Real good. I agree with your A. So this week we're joined by our reigning queen, Isis Avis Loren, Reese Nicholson, and our extra special guest judge, G Flip. Never heard of G Flip before? Love her.
Yes.
Love her. Bring her back more. And what does she call the mermaid tails on the dress? Your knee skirt?
Knee skirt.
Took me out every time she said knee skirt. I'm like, bring her back.
I love your knee skirt.
Bring her back. All right, so because we're running out of time, we're just going to go through and we'll say our score. Nothing else, just our score. So, the category is Fierce Fabulous Fashions. Up first, we had Lazy Susan, who had pleather. What is your score?
This is the C.
This gets a C plus for me. Up next is Lucina Innocence. And she got florals. The base of this is really good. But I agree. The flowers just took this... Oh, I'm sorry. B.
B.
Up next is Nikita Iman. What did you think of Nikita?
This is an A plus.
A plus.
A plus. They said, "Oh, she don't know how to do nothing." She said, "Let me show you something real
Let me
quick."
show you this denim. Up next is Brenda Breast, who had tie dye. The reveal really messed it up for me. B.
It's a no for me, dog.
Oi. Up next is Vibe. What did you think of Vibe?
Vibe gets a B.
This gets an A plus for me. I fucking love it. Up next is Freya Armani. If she didn't turn to the side and we could see all her mistakes, this would have been great. But we saw the mistakes, so
Right.
C minus.
B.
Up next is Max Drag Queen. What did you think of Max?
This was count. I give this A minus.
B plus. Up next is Mandy Moves. A plus.
A plus.
Oh God.
A plus.
I want this.
I bet you do.
Oh, I want every piece of this. I saw this and I wanted to start doing drag immediately. I'm like, let me go on YouTube and learn how to do makeup right now. My God. As you can see, multiple screenshots. Who was your favorite and why was it Mandy Moves?
Because it was Mandy Moves.
God.
But just underneath that is Nikita.
Honestly, Nikita's like right just by the hair of her chinny chin chin. Just right there. Right there. And Vibe is like right there under her for me. I know you gave it a B. But Vibe is like right there under it for me. So, tops and bottoms. This week in the top, we have Nikita, Vibe, and Mandy Moves. In the bottom, we have Lucina, Brenda Breast, and Freya. Do you agree with the tops and the bottoms?
Yes.
I really wanted to put Lazy Susan in the bottom, but Brenda. And she was so confident about that tie-dye too. So I'm like, I really had faith. I'm like, yeah, she gonna kill it. I will say I do like the second outfit post-reveal.
Right.
But the one before reveal and that sloppy reveal,
kind of killed it.
he killed it. So we find out that the winner is Mandy Moves. About damn time.
About dang time.
In a minute, I'm gonna need a cinnamon mint. Anyway, Mandy, like I've already stated this, I am Team Mandy all the way. Team Mandy Moves. If Mandy is at DragCon next year, I am running to her booth. I am not walking. I am not jogging. I am sprinting. I need to get to Mandy's. Well, there's a few other people, but she will be few people that I sprint to. Bottom two is Lucina, and Freya. Do you think Lucina and Freya are the correct bottom two?
I think Lucina needs to be there.
Yeah, because okay, I was looking at it like this. I see why she's there.
Right.
But the base of her dress is good.
Right. The foundation is good.
The foundation is the roots are good, okay?
Yes.
The bones are good.
1,000 flowers on there and did not need them.
Because I forget who said it. If she would have just done it the trim of the arms and just at the bottom and around the neck, that would have been enough.
Yeah.
But she just kept going with them. So part of me was like, does she really need to be in the bottom? But I get why she's there, but I'm not sure if I would have put her there.
Yeah.
So like I agree. Like I'm not upset. I'm not screaming she was robbed. But I'm not sure if I would have made the same decision. I'm not sure.
Right.
But they lip sync to What About Me by Moving Pictures, another song that was added to my playlist.
To the playlist.
Freya fucking Armani.
Not.
Oh my goodness. I was almost in tears watching Freya demolish this
She
poor
gave
girl.
so much emotion.
Emotion. Power.
And
Like, I got snotty. I was getting snotty watching. What's going on? Stop it. Stop it, Freya. Stop it.
Look, because I was sitting there and I was scraping the side of the fish tank off.
And then, you know, everybody's talking about Wicked right now. And I'm like, what if this was Defying Gravity that she was lip syncing to?
If you can't find me, look to the western sky.
The tears. Like, I was almost in tears just listening to the soundtrack.
Everyone deserves a chance to fly.
Just listening to the soundtrack, I was getting teared up. It was just, I can't wait to go see that movie. Anyway. And Lucina, poor baby, she was just back there.
Yeah, that was the thing. She just like she didn't even step and fetch it. She was in one spot.
You could tell she was defeated. It was very much, I'm gonna do this because this is part of the show.
Right.
But I'm just go ahead.
This is like her third time in the bottom?
Yeah, this was her third lip sync already. No, second lip sync. No, third lip sync. Yeah, because she had the double save. She beat Olivia, which she demolished her in that. And then she lost here. But yeah, Freya ate her up. Real good. Real good. But Lucina, I enjoyed you. Hopefully you'll get another chance to come back. And this time you'll know how things work a little bit better. Because I imagine it's all new. I know it'd be all new for me if I were to step into any reality competition and be like, whoa, big lights.
Right. Because you don't know how to show your personality.
I'm going to say you don't know how the sausage is made until you know.
Right.
But they dance like they didn't just crush that girl's dreams. And we find out next week we're already getting the makeover. We're already getting the makeover. And they're doing librarians. So I'm like, ooh, love that.
Ooh.
Love that so much. But honey, that's all I got. Where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Christian McGill. That's Siri, SHAMCDGILL on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, pocket full of bud, mama. But if I'm not there, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye.